Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Hurricanes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and makes it. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Looking downfield, it's Battle. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage. But after just a few, there's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, or proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time? SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's loose. A huge gain on that one before.
Damn, all your dudes got speed.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They'll give it to him again. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Love. Buys a little extra time. Finds a tight end. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
The snap sets up the throw. Extending the play. And they get to him just before he scores. Right out of bounds at the 1.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They got stuffed on 2nd down, and still they need 1 yard. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Looking to throw, it's Battle. Working that left side now. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. LSU right back to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the Tigers get it past the sticks. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Pocket starts to collapse. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll pull it down. On the move at the 30.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 7, LSU 0.
They'll try to start the second quarter by putting points on the board with a field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Ohio State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hendricks. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Can anyone catch him? He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Lets it fly. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for a man. It's Love. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
It's complete on the right side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. They'll leave it with him. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Handoff to the single back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Battle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
This quarterback really is going to have to be aware in this game of trying to find lanes to throw into when he's throwing over the middle of the field, because this D-line does a great job getting their hands in the air.
On 3rd down, going up top. Caught over the middle. It's Hendricks. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
And you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you to get the 1st down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. Snowed under by the defense. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Got out of trouble and throws. Grabbed near the marker. It's Hendricks. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They'll give it to the back. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Damn, won't let me pick. Won't let me pick a play.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Come on, pick that out, boy.
It's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The option look. Now the toss. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. Turns it on in midfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past that put on that purple.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Canes! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Back to throw, it's Battle. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. LSU quick to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
Unloads to the wideout. Little too much juice on that one from the junior. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Getting some heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Battle. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! On to attempt the try. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. There. By 9 to Ohio State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. And they got him for the sack.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They're bringing heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Got some room to run. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th.
Damn, that shit won't let me pick my play again.
Even if you don't get it, you turn the
There
ball
we
back
go.
to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And he's going to run it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
This offense has a second down play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, LSU 31, Miami 24.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking for a man. It's Love. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And here we go. Down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Now on the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that fourth down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting him to try to throw the football, but they ran it and caught the defense off guard.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Eaton. At the 40, there he goes. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Still running at the 40. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. And the Canes in the hurry up. To the air, it's Love. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Hurricanes have pushed it inside the 20. From the gun, running back gets to give. Goes upstairs. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. Catches it inside his 20, chance to really gain some ground. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30.
They're throwing this shit again.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
At the 40, there he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Back to throw, it's Battle. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way. As heartbreaking as it is for this guy to give up the football there, an exhilarating moment, a big-time play for this defense.
We talk about plays that just change momentum, and you're feeling that tidal wave and that shift right now after that play. What an outstanding individual effort by that defender to come away with the fumble recovery, and now let's find out what his offense can do.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that stuff in the ring.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd. Hubs it downfield. Makes a connection. And he works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. They believe they can run right here.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Leaves it with the running back. The Canes are stopped, but not before getting the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Eaton. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Miami! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there, finish this thing.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Fair catch called for and made. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I'll watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Firing to the right, complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. LSU right back to the line. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Battle. Skips away from pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Into the end zone. He's got it. No time left on the clock, and they're down by 1.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down on the clock?
And they'll go for 2 to try to win it right here, and this crowd is deafening, trying to will the stop. From the gun, he'll try to throw. It's incomplete. The try for 2 is no good, and this game is over. The big gamble does not pay off. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.